The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Well, shoot, Chucks, and show enough. Howdy doody, everybody. Good to be here. Good to be a part of the Othello's family and the Othello's wonderful restaurants up here in Edmond at 1 South Broadway, historic downtown Edmond. They also have a location in Norman on Campus Corner. Great Italian food. If you're looking for a great Italian meal, by God, shoot, Chucks, show enough, get yourself down here to Othello's. They open at 4 o'clock weekdays, well, every day for that matter, 7 days a week. It is Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams. It's another one of those incredible #1 video podcasts in America. Like I say, live from Othello's. We also want to thank our good friends at Flash Hauler. Flash Hauler is the organization that moves merchandise like
furniture, appliances, and they are very aware, and they take care of your home decor as well. You're moving somewhere, they have all the blueprints out, and you can tell them exactly where their pieces of furniture go.
Yeah.
That's such a great deal.
It's a great organization, and like we always say, Uber moves people, Flash Hauler moves merchandise, and they also help seniors downsize and move into senior centers, and they're affiliated with all the different senior citizen centers in the state of Oklahoma, all of them. Yeah. And we'll give you more information.
I like their slogan. Let us do the heavy work for you.
I like that.
No problem from me, baby.
And they've got plenty of trucks and drivers all over the city. So if you needed to just do something like move a kitchen set from a big box store, like maybe you bought some over there at something at one of those, furniture stores like Lifestyles or Mathis Brothers or something, and they say, well, we can deliver it, but it's going to be an additional X number of dollars, plus it's going to take 2 weeks. Well, you contact Flash Hauler, and usually within a couple hours, they can do it for you.
There you go.
All right.
Now, that's what you want. Well,
yeah.
What a weekend this was. We took off a week, and it was interesting, all of the various things that happened. And, of course,
Halloween, and then, of course, the game you're going to mention.
Yeah, the game that
was a
people
good game.
are still talking about.
It was a good game.
You know, it's like, okay, you know who won, but then there's always...
OSU won.
It was called The Call. Oh, excuse me, The Non-Call.
Yeah.
OSU won.
Yeah, the non-call still has a lot of people, upset. And as they were saying, people are going to be talking about this for years and years until...
It's the last Bedlam.
Yeah, until Bedlam gets out of the way. Now, there's a possibility. I was watching some programs where they could reinstate Bedlam. All they have to do is work out the schedules where OU plays OSU again.
That's all a money thing.
In a future Bedlam. So it should be quite interesting. And of course, the one thing that I hated, daylight savings time this past weekend. Oh, geez.
Yeah, that was something else.
We got an extra hour. Right?
We got an extra hour of sleep. Problem was, I was at the gym before they even opened. Because I got up so damn early to go to the gym. Next thing I know, I'm there 5 minutes before they open. I'm having lunch at 9 a.m. I'm just like, what? My day was, it was nice getting the extra hour of sleep, but at the same time, it was really kind of screwed up for the moment, for the time being.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it. I went ahead and set my clock back, before, what was it, on Saturdays? I set it back on Saturday because, I got a few phone calls. Did you set your clock back? Well, yes. How long have we been doing that? How long have we been doing this? And, but anyway, the one interesting thing I heard about as far as Halloween is concerned.
Yeah.
Some parents were upset with this one house because the man was handing out sauce packets.
Like ketchup and mustard and those sort of things.
Here you go. And I said, you know what? That's pretty good.
Well, there's one guy I'd like to go to his house. I don't know what state this was in or where, but one guy was handing out, believe it or not, rotisserie chickens. An entire chicken like you get at Costco.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'll go there. I want to go to his house next year.
Yeah.
A rotisserie chicken ain't bad.
Well,
not bad at all.
I had the exact same thing happen to me this year. That's been happening for about the past, I don't know how long. I'm having there. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
Ron's
go.
mic was a little twicky.
Yeah, and
Fade away on
He
me.
went wankers.
yeah, I had no kids came by for the last 10 years, maybe.
I've never had a kid come by my house.
No kids come by. And
21 years I've lived there. And not one kid has come by. Now, granted, maybe the guard dog and the guy at the gate, kind of.
What, don't you have any kids living in the neighborhood?
No.
Oh, well, hey, you had it made,
Yeah,
man.
I kicked them all out years ago.
Yeah.
Ran them all off.
So this was real interesting. I was asking, you going to get some candy? And I said, for what? I said, no, not really. And sure enough, nobody came by. Now, what they did do, a lot of them went to North Park Mall because a lot of the businesses up there were handing out candy, which I thought was nice, which I think a lot of responsible parents are now doing. They're going to special events where they can pick up candy and special events for kids rather than letting them roam the streets.
Yeah, I went with my granddaughters, my 4-year-old Remy and my 7-year-old Olivia. God, and it was cold in Cincinnati. It was cold on Halloween. I think it was cold here too, but it was cold in Cincinnati. Woo, wind was howling and all, but we went door to door. Their neighborhood is very, very communal. Everybody kind of knows everybody else, and all the adults are outside having adult beverages and, communicating, and then the kids are going door to door. So, and it's a very friendly, very nice community.
That's good. See, in my community, I had a little other action. A lot of the police showed up because of a possible bomb scare.
Well, that happens.
In about almost right across the street from me. And I looked out and I saw all these police cars, streets blocked off and everything else. And I'm like, what is going on? People in the neighborhood were coming out.
What was it?
It was a flare gun. It was a package that the lady across the street was telling me she's the one who called the police, and which is, looking back, it was a good deal. And it had explosives on the package, and the cops came out, and it turned out it was a flare gun.
Well, where did it come? Was it being delivered to somebody in your neighborhood?
Don't know about that. Once I discovered that I wasn't in danger, I didn't care.
Yeah.
So at that particular point, the cop did say, they have these shells and these flare guns, and they are explosive, and they can, it was a good thing that no kid found out. I said, well, this is interesting. What a nice neighborhood.
You know what I like on Halloween when I am in town, which isn't all that often, but when I am, I'll come here to Othello's and I'll sit down in the area, the bar area, near the window, because all the businesses here in downtown Edmond hand out candy for the kids. So I get to see all the kids and all the parents and all their costumes come by. And since we have nobody come to our house to trick or treat, it's kind of a nice little break, and I get a chance to see all the costumes. And the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce costume seemed to be pretty popular this year. All right, I think we got to get to Too Tough Trivia.
All right, let's jump right on it, shall we?
Okay.
Let's talk about the movies for just a second. Kind of. What was Barbie's first gig? Not necessarily talking about the movie or anything. What was Barbie's first gig, and approximately how many gigs has she had?
Pole dancer. I think first one was a pole dancer.
Over 100,000 at least gigs.
She had over 100,000 jobs.
100%.
Was it a pole dancer, her first job?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I think she was like a
Waitress, candy striper, nurse.
Keep going.
Well, it was interesting.
Nurse,
No.
Airline stewardess.
teacher.
We'll get you the answer at the end of this particular program.
At the end of the show, at 1 hour from now, about 50 minutes from now, I should say, we'll give you the answer to Too Tough Trivia. What was Barbie's first gig? All right.
Yeah, and approximately how many gigs has she had?
All right. Speaking of trivia questions, we've got one. We've got three, actually. It's called Asinine Trivia, a contest we came up with years ago to satisfy the needs of our sales department at the radio station to give away some really poor quality crap that some of their clients had that they wanted us to give away and make sound like we're giving away a brand new car.
How about this button? You could get this button and people could put it on their shirts.
Nice.
What for? What?
Yeah.
To let everybody know.
Let everybody know they shop there.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
okay.
most of the time when they came in with that, I walked out. I said, Jack, you can deal with it.
Yeah,
Man. I can't talk to
and I
him."
dealt with it, and that's how we came up with Asinine Trivia. Trivia is so easy, it's asinine. Well, since we don't have to deal with the sales department anymore, we just make it fun for Richard, our
There
producer.
you go.
Hey.
All right,
He
Richard.
likes that. He likes to have a good time.
You ready to play the game, Richard?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Three questions for you. Question 1, what do you wear on your hands to keep them warm in the winter?
Glove.
There you go.
Or in your pants.
Ah, well,
Well,
that does work. Yeah, well, okay.
Well, be careful about overheating.
Yeah. All right, question 2 for Richard. Colonel Sanders is best known for cooking what type of bird?
Chicken.
You got it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
reading a story. You know that recipe? They still have it locked up.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Nobody has the secret ingredients, but he and what are there? How do they put that? Well, we'll have to talk about that another time. Trying to figure out how they get that secret. What is it? 11 herbs and spices. If nobody knows what it is.
Well, I can only assume at this point that maybe they package up those herbs and spices and they send them already packaged out
True.
to the various outlets, and they just do whatever they have to do, sprinkle, spray, or whatever they do on the chicken.
All right, question 3 for Richard. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma, who also enjoy crushing huge amount of Doritos by sitting naked on top of them and squirting hot sauce up each other's nostrils while singing "We Are the Champions," and who also performed the #1 video podcast in America.
Jack and Ron.
Hey, now
got
you're
it.
talking.
Ding, 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 ding,
Nice
ding,
going.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Something I want to mention real quick, couple of quick things. I don't know if you saw 60 Minutes, not last night. I did see it last night, but the week before last, they did a whole thing on the blues. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Oh, man.
Man, was it good. And
I
they
was
talked.
watching football playing somewhere.
I know. Well, whatever.
Wait, where's my call? Usually when there's
I
something
didn't
good
want
like
to interrupt
that.
your football.
Oh, but
So anyway, they had a guy on there who I'm just becoming familiar with, a guy named Kingfish, a younger guy. But man, he's as big as these 2 tables put together. And can he play? Oh, he is awesome. And he was talking about some of the greats, whether it's Muddy Waters or Hound Dog Taylor or
Buddy Guy, man.
All these,
Yeah.
talking about all it. Man, Buddy Guy is one of those. Anyway, Kingfish was on CBS 60 Minutes talking about the blues, and he also mentioned some of the other guys, more current guys, are that you maybe don't associate strictly with the blues. Eric Clapton and Keith Richards and a few. But man, this guy is so good. If Kingfish comes to town, we going to see Kingfish. All right.
Man, why don't we have a good blues club in this town where you can just go there and have a beer or whatever and just sit back? You don't have to get up and dance and go crazy. Just sit back, relax, and just zone out.
Well,
Why?
right here next to Othello's, they've got that jazz club. They got the jazz club, and then they got Frenzy. Man, downtown Edmond's got a bunch of stuff because they've got Othello's, they've got Around the Corner breakfast restaurant, they've got the jazz club. What's it called? Round Midnight, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And then they've got Frenzy's, the distillery, the brewery, and they got a million different types of beers. They've got so many things going on here. But I think that jazz club, I'll bet at certain times they get some blues artists in there. If that, we can go talk to them, because I used to think it was just like a late night deal. They start out with breakfast, I think. Or shortly thereafter, and you can go in, maybe get a.
For those just getting in?
Yeah. And go get your, go get your fix of jazz and blues or whatever. But we need to check into that. I had a couple other things I wanted to throw out there real fast before we get to some audio. A couple of the things I discovered. DiGiorno, the pizza guys.
Yeah.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. DiGiorno is selling a Thanksgiving pizza featuring turkey, gravy sauce, sweet potatoes, green beans, cranberries, mozzarella, cheddar, and some kind of crispy onion topping.
All that on a pizza?
All that on top of a thick Detroit-style pizza crust.
Just lazy.
Yeah, how about it, man?
Gravy on my pizza? I don't know about that.
You know what? So apparently, judging by the response online, people are optimistic that it won't taste disgusting. The pizzas are not available in the stores. Like if you go to Crest or Homeland or wherever, you'll have to order them online. Yes, online. DiGiorno is releasing a limited number of them every Wednesday through Thanksgiving, starting, I guess last week. So now all the way through Thanksgiving, each one will cost you $11.23. Where do they come up with 23 cents? $11.23, kind of a random price.
That's shipping, my friend.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is on the 23rd is it on the 23rd or 24th?
Well, whatever Thursday is.
Okay, so I'll say the 23rd, I believe. So anyway, you got till the 23rd to order your Thanksgiving pizza from DiGiorno.
I can just imagine some little home gatherings, things like that. Well, where's the food? FedEx hasn't brought it yet.
Soon as it gets here, I'll pop it in the oven. I've got it preset at 450. Here's another quickie for you. TSA recently caught a woman, at the airport security. Woman trying to sneak some weed past them. She hid the weed inside an adult diaper. A checkout scanner flagged her groin area.
Jeez.
They do that?
Mm.
How about that?
Stank.
Now we come to find out they're not just kind of patting you down. They got a machine that flags your groin area. Boy, doesn't that make you comfortable? Every time you go through one of those machines, it's like, hey, Bill, do you see her groin?
Is that safe to have x-rays on your genitalia like that?
I think you might end up sterile. It might not be the best thing for
That's
you.
what I'm thinking, especially if you fly a lot.
Well, after they flagged her groin with the checkpoint scanner, agents did a pat down and some additional screening. I'll bet. That's when they discovered baggies of marijuana tucked inside her adult diaper. Maybe she thought she could get away with it if it wasn't smelled by a dog. Because usually they have those dogs that sniff. I don't see dogs at the airport that often, though.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway.
I hate you said that.
She may have thought that a sensitive area like that may decrease the chances that they would inspect. It's unclear if the diaper was clean or, well, never mind. That's what they're saying. Not me, but they said it's unclear if the diaper was clean. Marijuana is still illegal under federal law, isn't allowed through airport security. The TSA posted a photo of the marijuana and the diaper.
I look at that and it has to be out of state because I'm just thinking, how much looser could we get in Oklahoma as far as marijuana is concerned?
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, you can drive around with it.
Every event I go to,
to,
I smell. I went to Coffee and Cars over the weekend. They hold it now in the big, huge parking lot at Remington Park.
I was there.
You were there
Yeah,
Saturday?
Yeah.
Get out of town. I didn't know.
You guys must have felt it in the air.
Yeah.
You know what? It's so huge. I mean, Richard, have you been to Coffee and Cars?
It's been a while.
Oh,
well, now that
man.
they moved it to Remington, it's massive.
Now that you got to, for some, you got to park on the grass. You can't park.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for you to park. It's that packed.
Wow.
And I'll tell you right now, the vehicle I saw that blew my mind was this tricked out Rolls Royce.
I saw that one.
And it was, I was looking at it and I said, now there's
No,
something.
what color was that?
It was gray.
Yep, that's the one I was. That's it. Man, that was a cool ride.
Yeah.
Damn. Of course, there's always a number of rides there that you go, geez, look at that, so cool.
Oh, yeah. How much you spend on that? Oh, about 25, 30,000 so far.
Yeah.
You're not finished yet? No, I'm not finished yet. Jeez.
My friend Dan had his 1955 Ford Fairlane there, which he just finished. And it's kind of a teal blue with the white. If you saw the picture, you go, oh my God, I remember those. But I think he's got over 75 grand in it now.
Whoa.
But he's done everything to it. And it is so cool.
I can just imagine. I like that area where they had all the Mustangs sort of lined up.
And yeah, and they do that with the Corvettes a lot of times too.
Oh, they had some
So
Corvettes there that were, folks. It's the first Saturday of every month, and I don't know what's going to happen.
It starts early, like 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and it's free to the public. You just go and hang out, and they've got Scooter's Coffee is out there. Twin Peaks was out there selling sandwiches, and there's a whole array of tents and what have you.
Yeah, it's a whole event, man. And the police. This was the first time I've seen the guy out there with a radar.
Oh,
when you pull out,
Yeah.
and you head north. A lot of cats will go ahead and just gun
nail it.
And
Open them up real
just
quick.
gun it. Yep, and then they shut it down. And at the bottom of the hill, it was a cop with his radar
come on,
gun.
guys.
Yeah,
Do you
and
really?
first time I've seen that because usually they let them blow it out.
Yeah, they let them blow it out.
and
Yeah.
then they eat, and then folks just drive off.
And most of those
normal.
guys with those vehicles, and they've got so much money in them, it's really highly unlikely that they're going to cause any real disruption to the traffic flow or any sort of emergency situation. I know it can happen to anybody, anywhere,
Yep.
at any time, but most of these guys are pretty handy with their vehicles. So I hate to
that
see
much
that
money, you better believe they're real handy.
with it. Because I've saw a couple of vehicles, when you see a Lamborghini, which, I think going rate for a new Lamborghini is around $250,000 to $300,000. You know, these guys are very, very cautious and particular about their vehicles.
I saw a Ferrari out there, man.
God, I love Ferraris.
Man,
okay.
But anyway, we had a good time.
Yeah, I didn't know you were there. Otherwise, I would have hooked up with. I would have let you buy me a cup of coffee.
Oh, I would have said that. That's great. I said, you wait right here and I'll bring it to you.
Bring it to you. But anyway, it's the first Saturday of every month, and it starts like at 7 a.m. and it ends usually by 10:30 or so in the morning. But it's a lot of fun. It's great. And it's a big family deal. It's free. You see people out there walking their dogs. They got the kids, the strollers, and there's so many cool cars.
And especially if you get an older man, are they paying us for this? And although it's rare, but you'll see a lot of guys with their old 34, 35s, and they're more than happy to tell you exactly how they got it, how they take care of it. I mean, it's not only looking, but it's finding out a little bit about these cars and what was going on during that time.
And you learn a lot about the history of the automobile industry in America and elsewhere by seeing the vehicles and talking to the guys who've helped to sort of rebuild or remanufacture some of the older vehicles. It's really cool.
I'd like to see more ladies out there with their cars, if there are some out there with them. Bring your cars out there sometime. I'd like to see that. By the way, Arisa and Martinez Flores says, hello, guys. Hope you all had a great time off. We missed you last Monday. Rudy is saying, is there any way before the Plaza Inn closes, you guys can do a live broadcast from there? Let's see.
The Plaza Inn, that's that hotel where there's a shooting every week.
Yeah, they're closing it as a public nuisance.
Yeah. Mike Moshak says, hey, buddy. And he says, they're working on our hangout, Jack. Our hangout used to be a convenience store at Bryant and Memorial, and they've been working on it for months. I don't know. Yeah. I'm told they're going to tear it down and rebuild.
See, Rudy says Soupy Sales was a blues man.
Okay, whatever.
And
Rudy.
Also, there's a blues club at the Plaza Inn. You can go to that club.
Come on, Rudy.
And you get the blues pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
The bed bug blues and going to jail blues. And who got shot next blues.
Alan Nagy says, hey, guys, how you doing? And Will Norton says, holla. Way to go, Will. Man, Rudy is just going, Rudy Chavez is going crazy on this thing today. He's having a field day. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. And be sure to share this #1 video podcast in America with all your friends on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. What is the other thing?
Instagram.
Oh, did I mention Instagram? Maybe it's
maybe.
What's that other thing?
Spreaker,
YouTube, Spreaker, Spotify, whatever. Go ahead and share it. All right, we got to get to some audio because we're running behind here. Let me look at my watch. Oh yeah, we're running behind.
What else is new?
Yeah. Okay. Britney Spears has a brand new book out. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm going to pick up a copy and read it. I want to hear what she has to say. I want her side of the story.
The Woman in Me or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I've heard so many reviews about it. Everybody's raving about it.
I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got to get a copy and read it. But in the meantime, she'd been pulled over a couple of times by the police. Less than a month after getting pulled over for speeding, Britney Spears got pulled over again, this time for driving over the yellow line. That wasn't the only, and apparently that wasn't the only yellow on her mind. Listen, as she tells the cop, she has to go TT. Listen up.
Sorry, I had to TT. My house is right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, pass on the double yellows. You can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have your license?
My security at my house has my passport and my driver's license.
Okay. You haven't gotten your license yet? I stopped you a few weeks ago and...
I'm sorry.
Okay, do you know you can't pass on the double yellows?
It's about to come out right now. I'm so sorry.
Okay, do you have any, photo ID or anything with your name on it? I know who you are, but...
Yes, they have it at my house.
Okay. Do you know the zip code by any chance? No? Okay, I'll look it up real quick. And I just want you to know that I'm not out here trying to pull you over. I'm out here looking for people speeding and passing over the double yellows, okay? I'm just looking up the zip code.
It's so funny because she doesn't have a license. She doesn't have her registration with it. She doesn't know her own damn zip code. I mean, how is it that these people get by with this crap? And of course, he doesn't write her up, gives her a little warning or whatever.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's exactly why. Well, I know who you are, but
yeah.
Okay, then why do you keep asking me for my ID? And you know who I am.
Yeah.
My house is right there.
I think because if you're going to actually write a citation, and I stand on the side of the law, you do need the person's legal identification showing that they are registered drivers and are authorized to operate a motor vehicle.
Yeah. She didn't get any, and nothing happened to her.
No, not a damn thing.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go.
See, it's all about. You live out there in Hollywood, and I guarantee you get away, and they do all the time.
Sure.
With everything. What was it? Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the foot, and they're just now not taking that to court. It's weird out there, man.
By the way, Misty Purcell says, poor Britney. All right, we've got to take a quick break, a commercial break. We'll come back. Don't go away, because you're going to love the commercial break. Our commercial breaks are better than anything on the network, anything on the local channels. You'll love our stuff. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Stand by. Here we go with the break.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But do you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it. Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around, and I don't see you. Whoa, wait. Are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. Or dryer and need it transported from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler. Flash Hauler, the people to call when you need to move something. They are the game changers in the moving industry, and specifically, Flash Hauler, the game changer in senior moving. They've integrated and hooked up with all the senior living centers across the entire state of Oklahoma.
Man, I could have used them this weekend. I was cleaning out my garage. And man, what a treasure trove of stuff I found in there.
Sure.
Anyway, hauling furniture, junk removal, helping you move in, helping you move out. Packing, unpacking, and they will even take care of that unused furniture that you want. That they'll go ahead and donate that, and they have storage facilities, both permanent and mobile. Man, Flash Hauler, they've got it together.
You know, they offer a huge variety of services, everything from furniture moves, storage moves, office moves, entire house moves. They'll move your entire home for you. Material delivery, senior moves like we talked about. They've got what they call service providers. These guys and ladies do it all. And if you've just simply ordered a sofa, love seat, washer, dryer somewhere, and it's going to be a week or two before they can deliver, Flash Hauler's got drivers all over the city, all over the state, just like Uber. You just go ahead and download Flash Hauler. Go to their website, Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com, FLASHOLR.com. Go to the website, and you'll be able to get that taken care of that quick.
$10 off the coupon. You get a $10 off coupon for new customers. Your first order, you're already saving money.
Holy cow.
Jeez.
And they do move people, like I said, from their current residence, seniors who maybe are empty nesters, wanting to downsize and want to move into a nice senior living center.
Maybe the kids have finally moved out.
Yeah.
Them and their kids.
And maybe they don't need to move into like a, what would you call it, a center where it's, primarily for those who are suffering with illnesses and whatever. You might just want to move into a senior center where you can have friends, maybe a pool.
A miniature golf.
Yeah, maybe a fitness center, all those things.
And a dance hall.
Hey, and maybe you play bingo, maybe you play dominoes, all those cool
now
things.
Now you're talking.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. All right. I was just going to mention too, Alan mentioned here on Facebook, on our Facebook feed. Interestingly, after we played that Britney Spears audio, he said, "I'm surprised I didn't hear the 'I'm Britney, bitch' comment." which
Oh,
that would have gone over really well.
We've got to check out this book. That's all it is.
I know. I want to get the book and read it. We got to get to email because we got a ton of it, and then Roy the movie guy is going to join us. Plus, coming up, news of the I'll Be Damned, Tribond, the dumbass joke of the day, and so much more. Stand by.
All right, we're going to kick it off with Dear Jack and Ron.
Uh-huh.
How do you tell a good friend that she's a hoe? We go out on girls' night, and she always sleeps with whoever hits on her. Jeez.
Where do you guys go, by the way?
I was going to ask that. She says she's just having fun, but our friends are starting to talk about her, about what a hoe she is. How do I let her know?
Don't they say girls just want to have fun?
Girls just want to have
Seems like girls just want to have something else too.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound all that awful to me. I mean, if that's what is part of her makeup, her way of life.
I live in today's world, and I'm thinking you either set her up or give her a kit to check out for STDs. Let her remember. Let her remember that danger that's lurking out there, since she is so easy to get.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So,
but she has no kids, so I think she must be doing something. I guess she could have birth control. Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything against what she's doing because it's her life and that's what she wants to do. Hey,
Well,
live and let live.
She sounds sort of immature if she's a guy comes up and hits on her. I hate to think it's the first guy, but she's out there and the guy hits on her, and all of a sudden she goes to his place or wherever they go, the car in the parking lot, whatever, and they do. That's hurting her reputation. If she doesn't have kids, that'll be something other kids will tease her. The kids about.
Why am I not bothered by it? I mean, and what kids? And how are the kids going to find out?
It's her life. Let her live.
Yeah,
let her live.
Let her live her life,
Yeah,
man.
well,
let her.
If
Like the Beatles said, let it be.
Be a hoe, let her be a hoe.
Yeah, if it's if it doesn't affect anybody else but her, fine. But now you have a friend who's saying that not only she but the other friends are starting to talk about her.
Just quit hanging out
how
with her.
easy she is.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out.
I wonder
Okay,
what the husbands are thinking.
when a woman does this, she's called a hoe. When a guy does it, he's just called a player. It's like, okay, man, that's just the way it is. Why can't women have that right?
Again.
That
Say it again.
Let's see.
Yeah. See, he believes me.
Playboy, Playgirl, Penthouse, all magazines glorifying the nude woman, and all owned by men. Women need to take a bigger stand if you're going to put out some adult magazines or something like that. Have a bigger stand. Have your say.
Holy
know what
cow!
I mean?
Listen to this.
You grab Playgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Playgirl. I don't. Does that still do they still print that?
I don't even know. I don't know. You go to some of these stores and they got them all covered up now. You can't tell what you're getting.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if they make Playgirl anymore because that was a magazine designed for women, featuring men. If I'm not mistaken, the very first issue featured Burt Reynolds. If I'm not, was I right?
Thought it was Ron Williams.
Thought it was Ron Williams?
No. No wonder.
No, he was in the second issue. The first issue, I think, was Burt Reynolds. But anyway.
You are right. I just thought about that because he was the pose was he was
lying down there and he had a little something draped over his area. And he had a hairy chest, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's back before guys were shaving all their areas. Man, he had hair.
And there are a lot of women, I'm sure, that would go ahead and get off on that, just like some men get off on seeing a half naked woman. Like I said, I was for that until I don't know if you ever saw this special they had on Playboy and they had on Penthouse.
Yeah,
man, they treated these girls like you wouldn't, just like they were hoes.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to stay at the mansion, you want to stay in good graces, we're going to send you to this party and you have a good time. And
make sure everybody there has a good time.
And if they air it again, you have to check it out.
I will.
It was.
I'll make a point of it.
I felt so sorry for those girls.
Misty says, by the way, there's a Playgirl. I guess she says, there's a Playgirl. So maybe there is a Playgirl magazine still. I'm glad she knew. Thank you, Misty, for the update.
All right. Let's see. And Audrey Y. Howard Harris is watching right now. Hey.
Dylan Cruz is watching too. It's funny because you get certain names of people watching that I don't get, and I get names of people that you don't get. Isn't that odd? I don't understand the algorithms in this deal with Facebook. But
well, you catch more on your phone than I catch on mine, and I don't know why.
Sometimes I think it's almost equal. It's just that you're getting different names than I. All right, we got to get to Roy the movie guy because he's got information for us about hot stuff at the box office. Let's say hello, Roy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We have 2 new wide releases, but first let's talk about the numbers of this past weekend. Coming in at number 5 was The Exorcist Believer with $3.1 million. Number 4 was After Death with $5.1 million. Killers of the Flower Moon takes the number 3 spot with $9 million. Coming in at number 1 last weekend is now number 2, Taylor Swift The Eras Tour with $14.7 million. And finally, number 1 at the box office this weekend was Five Nights at Freddy's with $78 million. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Our first one is Priscilla, starring Jacob Elordi and Kaylee Spaney. When teenage Priscilla meets Elvis Presley at a party, the man who's already a meteoric rock and roll superstar becomes someone entirely unexpected in private moments. A thrilling crush, an ally in loneliness, and a gentle best friend. Rated R, with a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes long.
Dang.
Up next we have The Marsh King's Daughter, starring Daisy Ridley, Ben Mendelsohn, and Garrett Hedlund. A young mother must confront her long-buried past as the child of a kidnapper and the girl he held captive when her father breaks out of prison. Convinced he intends to take her daughters, she sets out to find and kill him herself.
Ooh, wow.
Rated R, with a runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
All righty.
Thank you, Roy. I think I want to see that.
I want to say y'all good job.
Yeah.
Y'all did not interrupt Roy.
And I want to see that movie, Priscilla. I want to hear. I mean, we've all learned so many different aspects of the life of Elvis Presley, publicly and privately and behind the scenes. I want to see what
his daughter saw before they, did the movie. She saw the script and everything. Did not like it. Said it made her dad look a little shady. And I'm saying, a 22-year-old dating a 14 or 15-year-old, and you're upset because he looks shady. That was shady. What are you talking about? Come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it, but hey, that.
And who
he was in Germany, right?
Yeah, but who were her guardians and what have you? You're 14, 15 years old, and here comes this guy, 22 years old, and all of a sudden, you go out with her. Oh, yeah,
right.
She can hang with you at your place.
And everybody seemed to accept it,
crazy,
but
man.
yet they condemned Jerry Lee Lewis for marrying his 13-year-old cousin.
Well, now,
now maybe that was a little question.
Elvis at least waited until she was of age.
And he wasn't related to her either.
Yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin.
What's happening below the Mason-Dixon line, man? Why is it everybody there just goes nuts?
I don't know. That was good stuff, though. Wow. I want to see this Priscilla movie. Okay, we got more audio to get to. Where's audio number 2? I had my sheet. I got my.
Here it is, right here.
I got it. My pages are juxtaposed. This is the 14-year-old Virginia high school student awarded $25,000, crowned America's top young scientist by 3M. Why? Because this 14-year-old student has invented a bar of soap that helps fight skin cancer.
Ooh.
Herman Bickel is talking about his amazing invention. This kid's 14. Listen to him.
SCTS is a compound-based bar of soap. It's charged with cancer-fighting chemicals like imidazoquinolines to help treat the skin. As of right now, I'm planning on further commercializing SCTS, and by 2028, I hope to turn SCTS into a nonprofit organization where I can provide equitable and accessible skin cancer treatment to as many people as possible.
How does a kid 14 come up with all that? I was still learning how to adjust my zipper on my pants.
Yeah, isn't it amazing what a lot of young people are doing right now? And you're thinking, man, when I was in school, we didn't have an opportunity to do anything, like that.
Sure.
There's also, I was reading a way to detect and kill cancer cells, and they are getting ready to go ahead and do some testing on that. Now, the American Cancer Society, and notice, not here and not with the invention of those that can detect and destroy cancer cells. It's not coming from the American Cancer Society, which I thought would be in the forefront of making sure everyone had an equal chance to fight this condition. Why is that? They always have
I
their
don't know.
handout, and I'm not putting them down or anything like that. But they all, always have their handout. But we never see anything except for another fundraiser that comes out. Here's somebody totally unrelated, and they're making all the scientific advancements.
Yep.
What the heck is
Well,
going
now
on?
there is a new blood test that's out. It's been out probably about a year now, and they can do this blood test on you, and it detects. It's pretty significant. I think it's pretty expensive. A blood
course.
test that it determines if you have any sign of any cancer cells within your system at all.
Well, not only that, man, but you remember too, they have a dog or some dogs
That sniffs it.
that can sniff and tell that there's something not right with you. Again, why aren't we pushing this a heck of a lot more? I know I'll probably get something from the American Cancer Society. They do a good job.
And they'll probably tell you,
and
"Oh,
everything.
by the way, we are doing this," or something that have something to do with it.
Well, go
But
ahead and step up. Let us know.
This 14-year-old kid, the high school kid, who's come up with this soap that helps to fight skin cancer. Richard said it, and I don't know if we caught it, or if you caught it, but he said it under his breath. We'll never see it. That's because so many things that come out that can actually
No money.
serve the public. If there's no money in it for them, it's kind of like the kid who came out. We interviewed a kid years ago. I mean, we're talking maybe 15, 20 years ago. A kid who was driving his pickup truck across the United States from New York to LA or vice versa, and he had developed a machine that would make your vehicle run, regular gasoline engine, run on cooking oil. Used cooking oil from, say, Chinese restaurants or whatever, or Asian restaurants. He'd go get the oil, put it in there, and it was a few modifications he made to the vehicle. Guess what? You ever see it?
Nope.
Yeah, nope. You ever see that?
Nope.
That was put up on the shelf. They probably gave the kid $20 million and said, "Go away."
Remember,
50,000.
Yeah.
Go about your day.
we were at another station, remember, and there was an engine that was getting something like 75 miles to a gallon or something like that. And guess what? It went away.
Yeah.
See, the big boys will go ahead and buy from the little guys to keep it off the market, and they may redo it or however when the time is right.
And
Just
that
like
kid who drove the truck across the country, I mean to interrupt, but he was like in his early 20s, 23, 24. If some company comes to you and sees that you're doing this and you're able to make a vehicle, and it could be any gas engine vehicle, run from one end of the country to the other on cooking oil, hey, if they offer you a few $1 million to shut up and give them the product,
They will shelf it.
They'll shelf it. They'll tell them, okay, we'll give you $5 million or $20 million for your invention, and then we'll, go ahead and develop it. And they won't do a thing with it. They'll put it away, but he's got his $20 million.
It makes you wonder what's on the shelves of a lot of different organizations. By the way, we have Rudy. He wrote us saying, we had the same thing back in my day. It was called lava soap.
Lava soap, yeah. Dylan says, when I was 14, I was learning at the station cutting and taping. Oh, I mean, like cutting. I think Dylan worked with us in the radio business. So he was learning to edit with editing tape. Back before we had computers and could make editing so quick and fast and easy, you used to have to do it with a razor blade and editing tape, and it was a real project.
I hated it then, and I haven't learned to unhate it.
Yep. I know. I did a lot of it, I'll tell you. All right, we got to get to news of the I'll be damned. Here we go. A bizarre and chaotic scene unfolded on the streets of Las Vegas on Halloween night. A naked man got into a fight with a police officer.
Damn it, Jack.
Well, man, all he wanted you to do was put on some clothes.
Yeah. Well, this naked man got into a fight with a police officer. Then, get this, he stole the police officer's patrol vehicle. Happened around 11:15 at night. Officers responded to a call regarding a naked man in traffic near the Blue Diamond Road and Buffalo Drive intersection. According to Las Vegas Metro Police, 29-year-old Clyde Cubison began fighting with the first responding officer, hitting and punching him, boom, 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 before jumping into the police officer's SUV and driving off. Vroom. A chase ensued, and Clyde eventually crashed into another vehicle roughly 5 miles away. He was arrested, issued a prison jumpsuit to cover up his naked goods.
Yeah. Now, here's something I don't understand. With a lot of cars, especially the new cars, you have the fob where you can just press the button and it starts. And then if you drive away from a certain distance from
without the fob,
car
it'll die.
will stop. what is the deal with some of these police cars? Do they not put the fob in their pocket or whatever?
Maybe they leave it in the vehicle.
Why?
That's what I think they do.
Probably because they don't. My guess would be no police officer in a million years suspects anybody's going to jump in and steal their patrol vehicle.
How many times have we heard about that story?
I know.
Men, women, they somehow Houdini themselves out of the handcuffs or whatever from the back seat and just drive off. It's happened often enough where I think the cops need to, keep that fob in your pocket, man.
I've got another one for you real quick. A guy in Utah named Caleb Wood. This guy was hungry. He ordered Chick-fil-A through Grubhub. A sandwich meal with fries and a milkshake. A sandwich, fries, and milkshake.
That sounds okay.
And the food itself was okay. But instead of a milkshake, he got a cup of warm pee.
Damn.
It turned out the driver likes to save time by not taking bathroom breaks. He uses empty cups to relieve himself in the car.
No.
And he accidentally gave Caleb the wrong styrofoam cup. Instead of the milkshake, he gave him a cup of hot pee.
Now, what's he gonna do? Now, why is the hot pee in there? I mean, where you're serving food and handing food out. What are you doing with a cup of pee in there anyway?
Worse yet, Caleb didn't realize it until he took a sip. He says he immediately became physically ill. Well, yeah, there's your lawsuit right there.
No, he was pissed off.
He called the driver back. There's a video of them meeting in the driveway. Caleb was
I gotta find this video.
Pretty calm.
He's calm? Okay.
They say he was a clown. It's a clip. They've got a clip of it on the report somewhere, but you can find it. The Grubhub driver delivering a cup of warm pee. He eventually reached out to Grubhub and says they took 4 days to get back to him. Way to go, Grubhub. That's jumping right on it, isn't it? Took 4 days to get back to him after he reported that a guy delivered a cup of pee.
What, did he have a top on it and a straw so you couldn't see?
Yeah, now get this.
And you can't smell?
After the guy takes a sip of warm pee, and after not receiving a response from Grubhub for 4 days, then Grubhub issued a partial refund. His meal was $25. They only gave him $18. They didn't refund the fees or the driver's tip.
Wow.
He gave the driver a tip. Well, I guess if you do that prior to the time the food is delivered, they get the tip. What kind of holy moly? Anyway,
you think you know a company?
Yeah, be careful ordering from Grubhub, okay, guys? Yeah.
Well, my lunch appetite's gone.
We got one more piece of audio to get you. Often we would solicit for people to share their own soap opera moments.
We're doing it right now, as a matter of fact. You can go ahead and let us know at 405-509.
50. What is our phone number,
3050?
Richard?
3050.
3050?
Yeah.
509-3050 with an area code of 405.
Yeah. And you can go ahead and let us know your soap opera moment, and we'll be glad to respond to it and help you out of a tight situation.
Call us often. Everybody, pick up that phone. Light those lights. Call now so that you don't forget to do so. Do so by midnight tonight. This offer will not be repeated. I repeat, this offer will not be repeated. Call us at 405-509-5030 and leave us a message. It's like one of those Google numbers, so it takes a while to get through, but no big deal. There's not going to be a human voice answering or talking to you. It'll just be a way for you to record a message for Jack and Ron. Well, meanwhile, we would get these people who would share their soap opera moments, episodes in their lives they felt were overwhelming and often nearly impossible to believe. Well, here's another Jack and Ron classic soap opera moment.
It's Jack and Ron's soap opera moment.
He had sex with my mama. Why?
And now it's time for you, Mandy.
Okay, my mom's cousin, we're going to call her Pamela. She had a son, and we're going to call him Francesco.
Well,
and
got all the aliases out of the way now.
Okay, so this is your mom's what? Your mom's...
My mom's cousin.
Cousin, okay. Your mom's cousin is Pamela, for the story's sake, and her son is Francesco.
Yes.
Okay.
Francesco, my mom and her cousin were pretty close in age, and so Francesco's a little bit older than me, but that would make him my second cousin. And he went off to college in Arkansas, and they had been living in Colorado, and he went to college in Arkansas. And while he was at college, he met this girl, and I guess they just totally hit it off, fell in love. He comes home with her after like 6 months of going to school there, and they're married.
Wow.
So he got married, like just kind of snuck off and got married, and then come home for Christmas break, and there she is.
Wow.
So we're going to call her April.
All right, so Francesco marries April.
Yes, Francesco and April get married. Well, they're married all through college, and when they get out of college, they're trying to, she's older than him also by maybe 2 years, I think.
Okay.
When they get out of college, they start trying to have a baby, and they're having a lot of issues. They can't get pregnant, and so they go to a fertility specialist to find out why they can't have a baby. And so they go through all these blood tests and get all this stuff done, and it comes out that they have the same blood type. So they get into more and more detail, and they start looking into this more and more, and it turns out that they have the same genes. And what happened was that Pamela was younger when she was a teenager. She had gotten pregnant and had a baby girl, gave her up for adoption, and it ended up being the same girl that he met in college and got married to.
Holy jeez. So he married his sister.
Yes.
Or his half-sister.
Yeah. And tried to, procreate with her.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so here he is he's having sex with his own half-sister.
Yes.
It's true. I guess so. So what happened? Did they end up getting the marriage annulled? Go ahead.
They ended up getting annulled, and she ended up remarrying just right away. She's got a baby now, and with her new husband, and happy as a lark. This has been probably 2 years since this happened, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And he is still just completely devastated. I mean, his entire life just ruined completely.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, he had a decent job. He was doing well, and everything just went down the toilet.
All because of a woman.
All because of a woman.
Because of a woman.
I am so sorry to hear that. Wow, what a
she's
story.
gone on with down the road, now has children, living her life, and he... Oh, man.
Mandy, I tell you what, it's a hell of a story. And wow, what incredible. The guy marries his own sister or half-sister.
Tell me that's not soap opera.
That is. I mean, he married his own biological half-sister at that.
Yes.
Holy jeez.
Ouch.
What a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes me want to go back to this Dear Jack and Ron. My friend's a hoe. But anyway, that's something else.
There you go. Got to say hi to Steve Oakes. Steve Oakes, good friend of mine, good friend of the show. He's the owner-proprietor of Biotech. They make that great product, Shine Time, and a bunch of other products, cleaning products for, businesses and residents and whatever. But anyway, Shine Time is one of the products that Ron and I use on our vehicles to clean them up and make them look all shiny and new. So at any rate, by the way, Steve was out at, we talked about Coffee and Cars. Yeah. You were there and I didn't see him, but I was with Steve at the time. So it's interesting. We didn't run into each other out there, but it's a big event, Coffee and Cars.
I was about to say, you walk from one end to the other, just north and south. Don't forget about east and west.
Yeah.
I mean, the place was absolutely packed.
All right. We've got to get to our Jack and Ron exclusive
Sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Let's get it on. Kanye West's oldest child prefers to live with her dad. Because he doesn't have a nanny, a chef, or security. In other words, he has more of a normal home life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can dig that.
I can understand it.
Steven Tyler is being sued for the alleged sexual assault of a 17-year-old. This was in 1975.
She probably said she was 18.
He thought she was around 22, 25.
Wow.
As you
see, that's a bad deal. Do you ask
women? You've seen some of these girls
I know.
that carry themselves like a woman.
You see a sophomore in high school, it looks like she's 22. But the fact of the matter is he should have known. However, how are you going to know if she says, oh, no, I'm 18, I'm 20 or whatever? What are you supposed to say? Give me your ID?
Give me your ID.
Man, can you imagine?
But here's the other deal that's kind of strange about this, I think. She was talking about it and how he saw her and grabbed her and groped her and everything, and started rubbing and grinding and humping her with his pants on.
Hoo-ha.
They never did the deed properly. and yet he's being sued for sexual assault from 1975.
That is aggressive.
Come on.
That's I guess, what do they call that? I'm trying to remember the term.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Might be it.
Yeah. All right.
Statute of limitations.
There's no limit on certain assault crimes. And there's somebody else that's also suing him when she was a teenager. So,
Yikes.
By the way, what are you doing backstage anyway?
Hey.
Thank you. All right. Barbara Streisand has a new memoir coming out tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Is that why she's making the tour of all the TV network shows?
Let's go.
Being on Howard. She's been on Howard Stern, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. She does the audio version as well.
Oh.
Now, I'm not saying that this is a long book, but the audio version is 48 hours and 15 minutes long.
No way.
The pages from the actual book, 992 pages.
Holy.
She voiced the whole book.
I'll give her credit for being able to do that because
48 hours and 15 minutes.
When I've seen opportunities to do voice narrations, which we get from time to time, these opportunities to voice a 60,000 word audiobook, I'm like, pass. I just, it's going to take forever to do that because after you do it, because it's not your writing, you're reading somebody else's, they're going to, get back with you. Go, well, you know what?
More inflection.
Yeah, a little more in this.
word.
Yeah. You got to shade that a little differently when you're with your vocal interpretation. Plus, you misspelled or mispronounced the name of this and that. So when I see those audiobook things, I usually pass.
You cringe, huh?
Yeah. I was checking into that one time. But I guess the dude knew me because he never called me back. The Simpsons Homer will no longer strangle Bart.
I heard that.
Yeah, because producers say times have changed, and yes, that is child abuse, as bad as Bart may be. So you will not see Homer strangling Bart anymore.
Yeah,
Brittany Mahomes is now a Taylor Swift squad member officially.
Oh, man, thank God for that.
And Robert Downey Jr., remember he was killed in the last Avengers movie. He is set to do Iron Man once again.
Really?
They got to bring him back.
They come to you with
they're
big,
sinking right now.
Yeah, well, now I don't know if it's the sinking part. I think it's the size of the luggage that they brought his money in.
He had some really troubled times in his life. Remember when he showed up and they found him passed out in his neighbor's lawn naked, inebriated from some concoction or whatever, and he'd gone through a number of different rehab deals, but he really kind of straightened out.
Well, good work will make you do that.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked him in U.S. Marshals. Was that the one with Tommy Lee Jones? Wasn't he in U.S. Marshals?
I'm not. Maybe it was.
He was great in that movie.
It was him and. Because I'm thinking he was a bad cop.
Yeah, he was the bad cop.
He was a bad cop. Yeah.
U.S. Marshals. Good movie, though.
Right. Hey, the coming season of Superman and Lois, a show that I really like. They show them in a different, more mature manner. It's been canceled. The upcoming season is the last. Let's see. Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio in the Crown Royal.
I had to give Logan. I've never liked him.
But you had to give him credit.
That was a really good performance. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't get a chance to watch.
It was good.
All of it.
It was really good. And he even saved. Looked like there was about to be a nasty accident.
How they finally somebody didn't rotate enough to come down like they were supposed to.
Yeah, Ray bounced off the turnbuckle and was doing like a somersault back, but he wasn't. I think he misjudged how far Logan back was. It was actually. I had to give him
now,
props.
for those who are waiting tonight to see. Who won during the pay-per-view tournament this past weekend. Let me be a spoiler for you.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. Roman Reigns beat LA Knight.
I sure saw that coming.
Yeah, and let's see, what's the guy? Seth Rollins defeated, what's the guy's name? McIntyre. Rhea Ripley is still the women's champion. And I think that's just about all the significant matches they had, but it should be pretty good. They'll give you the complete rundown tonight. And finally, Daryl Dixon and Dead City have been renewed by AMC. Fear the Walking Dead has been canceled. And that, my friend, is your Hollywood update.
There you go. All right. We got to get to one of our very special features. All of them are special. It's the
dumbass joke of the day.
Ooh, man.
We've got 3 very cheesy jokes. We asked Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes, so really, indirectly, Ron gets to pick his cheese. Number 1, the dog owners. Number 2, the newlyweds. Number 3, the medical checkup. Again, dog owners, newlyweds, medical checkup.
Hey, I'm a dog owner. Let's go there.
One day, 2 women dog owners are arguing about whose dog is smarter. You know how people get into an argument. My dog's smarter than your dog. Okay, the first woman says, my dog is so smart. Every morning he waits for the paper boy to come around, and then he takes the newspaper and brings it to me. Second woman replies, oh, yeah, I know. First woman says, well, how do you know? She says, my dog told me. Come on now.
Jeez.
You don't like it? Okay, well, I got another one for you.
I know you do.
A guy named Tim decided to tie the knot with his longtime girlfriend. Tim and his girlfriend get married. One evening, after the honeymoon, he was organizing his golfing equipment. His wife was standing nearby watching him. That's when she said, Tim, I've been thinking, now that we're married, maybe it's time you quit golfing. You spend so much time on the golf course, you could probably get a good price for your clubs if you were to sell them. Tim gets horrified on his face, and his wife goes, what's wrong? He says, well, for a minute there, you were beginning to sound like my ex-wife. She screams, ex-wife? I didn't know you were married before. And he says, I wasn't. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Got one more for you. Guy goes to the doctor for a checkup. He says, Doc, you think I'll live a long and healthy life? Doc says, I doubt it. Mercury is in Uranus right now. The patient says, hey, Doc, I don't go for any of that astrology nonsense. The doc says, neither do I. My rectal thermometer just broke.
Oh,
come on.
Geez.
All right. We got that out of the way, and I guess we better get to Tribond because we're running kind of behind.
Yeah, what else is new?
Tribond. This is where we give you 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with the 3. Your answer must match mine. 3 words. This is last week's, and or actually 2 weeks ago because last week we were off for the Halloween holiday. Here are the 3 we gave you last week, and we made it so easy. A 3-legged dog with no tail and an eye patch could get this one.
Show me that dog.
Plain.
You've been waiting to see this.
Yeah.
Plain traffic concert. Again, plain traffic concert. Plain traffic concert. Come on.
That's Plane, correct?
Yeah, Plane.
Okay.
Plain
traffic concert.
Stick.
Who?
Stick.
No.
Wing.
No. You want me to go?
Controller.
No, you want me to give it to you?
Oh, I think you better.
All right. I thought this was so easy. The word is ticket. Plane ticket, traffic ticket, concert ticket.
Damn it.
Yeah. All right, we got one more for you. We will give you this today. You'll have 7 days to think about it. We'll come back next week and reveal the answer.
All right.
Tribond. Match, car, kick. Oh, this is so easy. A monkey with no banana could get this. Match, car, kick. Okay? Think about it. Don't give the answer right now.
I ain't gonna say
I know you got it, but match, car,
I can feel it in my
kick.
right nipple.
All right.
Jeez.
He's got it. It's all figured out. So those are the 3 words you might, if you're thinking about it, you don't have the answer, write it down. Match, car, kick. And next week, we'll give you the answer right here on this incredible #1 video podcast in America. Well, at this time, we got to give you the answer to Too Tough Trivia about Barbie.
That's right. Barbie, one of the top movies of the year. Huge, as a matter of fact. Here's the deal. What was Barbie's first gig, and how many different gigs has she had?
And you're talking about like just Barbie. Now you're not talking about just the movie.
No, this has nothing to do with.
I said
this has nothing to do with the movie.
I thought maybe her first job was pole dancer.
Nope.
Candy striped nurse. Airline stewardess.
No. And my hands over the bell.
Waitress, server at a restaurant.
No.
CEO.
Shoe shiner. No.
I don't know how you guys are missing this. It's kind of obvious.
Barbie.
Model. Model.
There you go. Duh.
What's wrong with you all, man? What's wrong with you? Now, how many gigs has she had?
It's over 50,000.
No, I'd say she's had 50.
No.
I think you're tripping.
I'm going to give you I'm going to take it down to the last whole number. So you don't have to get it right on.
Okay, I'll say 70.
Okay.
128.
Well, I'll have to give you 128 because you were closer. It's over 200.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
She's had 200 gigs. And a lot of parents
Woman can't
know
hold
that.
a job.
Well, a lot of parents knew that because they had to go out and buy that Barbie or buy that nurse costume or Marine costume or whatever. They could have told you, Barbie cost us a ton.
Barbie the mechanic.
That's
Barbie
right.
the paratrooper. Barbie the server in a restaurant. Barbie the ambulance driver. Barbie the attorney.
Uh-huh.
Barbie the serial killer.
Yeah.
Barbie the sex offender.
Barbie who can't say no.
Barbie ho. So anyway, there you have it.
Oh, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to wrap this thing up. We got to go. Hey, thanks so much for enjoying the #1 video podcast in America. Be sure to tell your friends about it and go online, share it with all your friends. Share this video podcast. And remember, Wednesdays, they drop the audio or extract the audio from the video we're doing right now. It's going to be on all the podcast sites, Spotify, iHeart Podcast, where else? Apple, Spreaker, Deezer, all of them.
So forth and so on.
Yeah, it's all there. Plus, we're live on YouTube right now, and I believe our YouTube page will continue to feature this as well as our Facebook page.
Hey, don't forget about the phone number if you want to call with your soap opera moment or anything else that you may want to discuss. 405-509-3050. That's the number. You can talk to us.
Is it
directly.
3050 or 5030?
I thought it was 3050.
3050, I think.
3050?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron's probably right. I'm probably wrong. 405-509-3050. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, that's the number. Call it right now as we wrap this thing up. Everybody, call that number right now and leave us a message, would you?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get out of here. Remember, when you go out to do what you do, do it like Jack and Ron.
Yeah, and let us know about it.
Yeah, be the very best at what you do. Oh, and before we do that, I got to thank Richard for doing such a great job as our head engineer and tech. And thanks to the folks at Othello's up here in Edmond for allowing us to come in here and do this each and every week.
Hey, and don't forget about our beautiful sponsor, Flash Hauler, my friend.
Yep.
Hey, you want stuff moved? They're the movers for you.
And if you're looking for Italian food today, hey, 4 o'clock, they open here in Edmond, as well as down in Norman on Campus Corner, Othello's Italian Restaurant. Go do what you do like Jack and Ron do. Be the best. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort like Jack and Ron. Go give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good